Two cards, Devil's Workshop and Old Witch. Devil's Workshop is fantastic. It's like a non-terminal workshop that can even gain imps if you're careful. Imp is good. I should have invested in Devil's Workshop, which could have got me more engine components and possibly won me the game. Old Witch, as we said in the video, is a lot more like a -1 card token than an actual cursor. So think of it more like Torture, where, eventually it runs out of ammunition, but is a good 3-card, 5-coin card. I'm doing that now. It's almost ready.
All right.
Alright, so we got... Oh, wait, did I... I did Sculptor, City Quarter, Farmers Market, Groundskeeper. I never used Groundskeeper. I bet you're going to buy it and just win or something, because that happened last game with Devil's Workshop.
Oh, Groundskeeper's a fantastic card. I actually wrote an article on Groundskeeper
Really?
recently. Yeah, it's on the Dominion Strategy Wiki.
Well, I'm honored to meet someone who wrote something for the Strategy Wiki. I've never done something so great.
Oh, it's not. You can... you should... I think anybody can contribute. Not the wiki. I'm talking about the blog, not the wiki.
Oh, the blog, not the wiki itself.
Yeah, I mean, actually, definitely anybody can edit the wiki. But
Well, I mean, anyone worthy enough to have the strategy that they have. I would spend hours just looking at the wiki. I'm not very good for conversation today. Again, sorry.
oh no, dude, you're totally fine. This is definitely more lively conversation than we usually get from YouTube videos about Dominion.
Absolutely. I see we've got Cargo Ship this game. I love Cargo Ship. I can't remember a game I've lost with Cargo Ship in it. You ready?
Yeah, it's one of my favorites too.
I feel like it belongs in Seaside. I mean, it's a ship, it's a duration, it's good. 3 things Seaside is famous for.
Okay, what are we looking at here? So obviously Groundskeeper draws the eye just because it kind of always does whenever you can play a lot of them, and you certainly can here.
I always liked Sculptor.
Huh? Yeah, Sculptor's fantastic. The opening to me seems pretty clearly Sewer Priest. And on a 5/2, it's probably Sculptor nothing and be sad.
Yes. Let's see, I got the 4/3 this time, so Priest for me. I love trashing.
Yes.
I wonder, Priest versus Sacrifice. I've never seen them sorry to interrupt. I've never seen them in conjunction. Priest is probably superior, to be honest, because you get the extra coin from other trashing, but Sacrifice gets you the VP tokens instead of the money, which I guess later on is better, but early on is worse.
Those VP tokens don't matter until the end of the game, and Priest is giving you more money when you trash the cards. Like, Sacrifice trashes money from your hand and gives you less money. Priest trashes anything from your hand and gives you more money. What that adds up to is that with Priest you're hitting 5, with Sacrifice you're not. It seems like a pretty clear call to me.
True.
So...
Alright. This 4-coin turn, I can tell this is going to decide the game for me if I make the right choice here. So, let's see. Don't need a Sacrifice. I already got Great Trashing. I already got a Priest. We remember how Mountain Village worked out for me last game, but I don't really want it to send down to 3 coins so fast. Right what Farmers Market does. There we go. That's pretty good, but it builds up slowly. I'm thinking perhaps a Mountain Village, then invest in a Cargo Ship next turn if I don't crack 5 coin, and then a Sculptor if I do. So either way, I've got the actions to cover it.
I
think that's what I'm gonna do.
I think the cute little gotcha in this board is supposed to be you trash Farmers Market and you get extra money from Priest. I mean, I think that's dumb, but you could do it.
I never use Priest extra money. Tim is just 2 coin, trash a card, and that's still really good.
Oh yeah, that's fantastic. The games are really weird when you... I'm getting a second Priest. Games are really weird when you do get to use Priest's second ability, but that's certainly not necessary to make the card good.
When you use Priest's second ability, it can get explosively good if you've got 3 Priests on a giant awesome engine board, but that hasn't happened for me yet. 4 coin again. I've got 1+ actions, I've got a Sculptor, and I've got a Priest. I should be smart about this. I'm thinking maybe an experiment to get me around through my deck to my Priest faster, to trash even faster, and of course get the 2 coin faster, and Sculptor faster. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Sounds solid to me.
Of course. All right, so my deck consisted of 6 cards. One was a mountain village, one was a priest, one was a sculptor. I draw a priest, sculptor, and 3 copper, and the mountain village is at the very bottom.
That is unfortunate. Let's see. So, okay, I could trash an extra copper at this point, but I don't have a sculptor yet because I haven't hit 5. So, do I forego trashing this copper just to hit 5 a little faster? I think I do. What's coming up? Coming up in hand is priest, estate, and 4 coppers. So I don't think I can hit 5 if I this shuffle if I trash the copper now. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the sculptor.
So I would really like to start sculpting. I'd really
In
like to
other
keep
news,
boosting. I'm gonna sculptor a silver to give me the action token to play the priest and get rid of 2 coppers.
I'm
So
an
that's pretty
idiot,
good.
and
And I still cracked 5 coin.
I can't count to 5. I would have hit 5 even if I had trashed that copper. Based on not even like based on my draws, just based on the information I gave last turn. I just didn't count to 5 correctly. So
All
that's
right.
cool.
I've got 5 coin. I don't want too many terminals because I've only got one mountain village. So sculptor and wild hunt a little not what I want. But groundskeeper doesn't do anything for you except VP tokens, which they're great. But I need to boost my economy at the moment. But I really don't want to dip down into 4 and 3 coin cards because I've got 5 coin. Since you so thoroughly trounced me last game, what do you recommend?
Let's see. So you have a single priest, and you
Correct.
have sculptor estate. That last card
Correct.
is your mountain village. You might consider a second sculptor at this point. I mean, so like I went with a second copy of the Trasher because I wanted to get thin fast,
Huh?
but at this point you could just say like I'm gonna get thin when I get thin,
Uh-huh.
and take a second sculptor to ramp up. Eventually, you're going to have to start doing things like gaining farmers markets off of it. There's no shortage of plus action and draw here, so
Absolutely.
you can certainly build up to this deck where you play a bunch of farmers markets and what have you. I think the groundskeeper
Correct.
split is going to be really important to who wins this game, but
Yes?
oh yeah, totally. I think that whoever gets
I've never seen groundskeeper empty.
Oh, games like this, it should usually should, I think. Um, is it too early for a city quarter? Uh,
In my humble opinion, you've got what 3 actions?
yeah, no, it's good for a city
Mm,
quarter. I'm about to
mm,
shuffle, so I'll draw it soon. And yeah, so the thing is, like, it's gonna draw me more than $4 worth of value. I feel like so.
wow. I'm sorry to interrupt me, but the bottom 3 cards, 2 of them are sculptors, so I don't get to play them with the extra actions from Mountain Village.
That sucks. That's unfortunate.
Absolutely. So I'm considering buying another Mountain Village to hopefully draw them to play with to be able to play all the sculptors without only sculpting silver. But 7 coin is 7 coin.
I wonder if I should
I
have
actually
waited
think I'm
until.
trashing really good. I'm trashing really good. I think I'm set to get a single gold so that I can afford those things more often. What do you think?
So the single gold is something that I would put in the deck once I'm drawing the deck.
Huh?
Um, Alright, so you have the 2 sculptors coming up, so you've got plenty of gaining ability.
Correct.
I think you probably want a city quarter at this point. Because, I mean, like, you're not super thin, so it's a bit of a risk, but you're also about to shuffle, so you have plenty of time to have that pay off for you, and your sculptors are going to be enough econ. I think the city quarter is probably as good as you're
Oh
going to
my
do.
gosh. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I just do 2 sculptors, priest, and I've got 3 plus actions cards all at the bottom. Ah!
Ah, darn. Well, but, I mean, you can use your sculptors to gain econ and have a villager buffer for next turn, so, like, that'll help you pay off the debt and help you buy a good card, so, like, yeah, that's an unfortunate, that's, like, not what you wanted, but it's not the end of the world either. Um, At this point, I think a cargo ship is in order because I'm going to want to gain another city quarter, and I want to be able to have it in hand for next turn. And
You're absolutely right, and I'd love to gain a cargo ship, but I can't.
in other news, I'm an idiot. Okay, so let's do this.
Oh, the double priest! Oh, that's gonna be a lot of money, dude.
Yeah, that was silly of me though to gain the cargo ship to hand when it should have been a mountain village. I got super greedy and I got burned for it. What's this bottom card? Was it even a mountain village? Oh, this might have. I might have just made the losing play no matter what I did.
Really?
That might have just been. I might have just like done something stupid no matter what. Like that might have just. There would have been no way to reconcile what I did. So let's see. I could. What do I want to buy at this point?
I and probably my viewers are clearly not at your level of excellence yet. Would you care to explain your error and how to avoid it in the future?
Well, basically, my error was just not accounting for. I gained a cargo ship to hand, but I didn't have
Huh?
enough actions to play the two priests and the cargo ship that I already had in hand. The two
Ah.
priests I already had in hand, plus a new terminal. So, like the better move would have been to. So I was banking on drawing a mountain village, which I don't even remember if I have in the deck. And what I should have done is gain a silver, because that would have been more econ, and I would have gotten to play the cargo ship. I got greedy
I
and
see.
also didn't count. So my tip would be try counting and thinking because it helps you win games. Um, which I am not doing this game apparently. So let's see. I could grab a farmer's market.
And for you viewers, if you don't know how to count, just play with Wishing Well a couple dozen games.
Yeah, that'll certainly help you. That'll help you track your deck quite a bit. I think I get the mountain village. I'm gonna need that eventually anyway. And okay. So the last card looks like it
Yeah, got so many silver. It's like that trade game I played a couple days ago.
Silver's a good card, man.
It is. All right, I don't love Groundskeeper myself, but you're making it out to be important, and you sound smart, so I'm gonna take one.
Yeah, is it too early to get groundskeepers? I don't know. It might not be. I think the split's important, so like you want to be getting them. I want to be building up my econ so I can get multiple of them a turn, but I don't know. You might be right to start getting them now. There's certainly a case
Just
to be
got my
made for
mountain
that.
goat, my whole deck, and my discard. Sorry to interrupt.
No, you're good. I did not. This didn't go great, so let's do this. There's that city quarter. And we're gonna trash the second priest because I don't need it anymore. Oh man, I made another like dumb mistake just now. Oh well. Um,
I love Cargo Ship. It's one of my favorite terminal silvers.
yeah, it's quite good, I think. Man, this was just all kinds of messed up. Um, hmm. I need more econ. So at this point, I think yeah, there was a lot more I could have done with this turn. I think I probably
I'm sure.
gain a farmer's market and set it aside. Or do I gain a silver and set it aside? Probably the farmer's market because I'm going to want to have that in my starting hand because I might draw a city quarter in the starting hand and it'll help me kick off a little easier. Although I have an
I
experiment
never
in the
liked.
deck, so it's
Sorry.
not. Oh, you're good. What's up?
I never personally liked cards like Farmer's Market or Lurker because I find that every time I go for them, my foe ends up grabbing them, but better than me. And well, by better than me, I mean like I'll put in all the work. I'll build up the Farmer's Market pile. I'll trash good cards with Lurker. Then they'll always steal it out from under me. It's not fun.
So, like, Lurker, I can't attest to on this, but, like, Farmer's Market is not really about the points, in my opinion. It's just money and buys. Like, that's... I got it because I want plus buy and I need econ. It was that or a silver, and I want the plus buy, so that was my only reason for doing that. And I have plenty of plus actions, so I'm probably going to gain another one to hand this turn, so it wasn't really The points are going to be like trivial on this board because we're playing with Groundskeeper. I think you're actually ahead for what it's worth.
Thank you.
Um,
All right, I'm really trying to resist the urge to buy a Wild Hunt here because I keep feeling like I've got too many actions, but that's because I just never draw my sculptors with my plus actions. So I really probably should just buy another plus actions card, maybe another Groundskeeper. Do you know how much it hurts to always gain silver with Sculptor? Because I'm about to do it again. My next 4 cards, 2 of them are Sculptors, no plus actions.
man, I don't know if that hurts at all. Like you get econ, you get it to hand, and you get a villager in the mix. Like,
But gaining to your hand is so fun when it's an action card. I'm sorry, I'm arguing from subjectivity. I shouldn't do that.
no,
All
you're
right,
good. I mean,
I'll just
it gives you +2. So like if you play it, it's like +$2. If you get sculptor gaining silver, basically says +$2 plus action, but you also get the silver for future shuffles. So like, I don't know, it's pretty good if you're already drawing your deck. The Wild Hunt is probably pretty good for that too. So City Quarter, draw way too much.
you
Sculptor,
have
get
pure
Farmer's
action.
Market
That
to
city quarter is
hand.
good. Oh, there's the power. You could play like 5 farmers markets, and then you guaranteed get all the awesome stuff.
Am I about to do this? Am I about to make this horrible mistake? Let's do it.
Let's
Yeah.
see. What did you priested an experiment and a sculptor?
I needed the $2 because I needed a second sculptor because I'm playing pretty suboptimally this game.
If you're drawing your deck, I wouldn't worry too much about trashing an experiment, personally.
Yeah, that was kind of my thing. Gaining the experiment last turn was the real mistake. There was just no reason for it. So, how greedy am I feeling? Probably, I'm feeling pretty greedy actually.
Sorry.
You're good.
Eh,
What's up?
it just occurred to me, Wild Hunt gaining you estates could actually be helpful because Priest will have a use once you have those estates, so you'll be able to get the coin out of your priests.
The extra gain.
Let's see, yeah, I'll take cards. Boom, I get my city quarter, and finally I can play my sculptors, not only gaining silvers. So I'll sculptor at like a mountain village, then a mountain village, then I can sculptor. I'd like. Alright, now this is where it gets important. Do I sculptor for a farmer's market, or do I sculptor for. There's so many good options. I've got. I'm getting analysis paralysis here, but usually. What do you recommend? Sorry to ask that again.
No, you're fine. I mean, so obviously you want more econ.
Correct.
You could be getting. So like the farmer's market is fine as long as you have the actions to play it, which it looks like you do. You've got 3 villages in the deck at this point, and the sculptors can
Correct.
be non-terminal if you need them to be. What are you looking at in hand?
A priest and 3 silvers.
Okay, so you could. The farmer's market also gives you the plus buy, so that would give you That would give you $9 this turn. That would help you get a 5 and a 4 cost. So seems fine to me. I kind of like the farmer's market for you. Obviously, it's helping me get more money on later turns in the points, but not by that much. So I wouldn't worry about that too much. Really, the plus buy is what appeals to me about the farmer's market. But other than that,
Worried about plus buy too much.
I'd be taking the plus buy, or I'd be taking the silver. You could also make an argument for taking a cargo ship, and if you take the cargo ship, you could get a city quarter and set it aside, and have it for next hand and guarantee a really good turn. But
That is a good idea.
the question that comes down to is, do you want 2 city quarters in the deck? And obviously you want 2 city quarters in the deck, but do you want it bad enough to basically use your turn to do that? The answer might be yes, but
Yeah, I don't have plus buy yet. I can gain plus buy next turn with sculptor, but I don't need it now. So I think more city quarters would help.
So in that case, I think that you should gain the cargo ship to hand so you can play the city quarter next turn.
Yes. I don't know. I don't like how Dominion Online calls it reacting when you get place it when you gain when you with cargo ship. It's not a reaction card. It's not reacting.
Yeah, there's a lot that the client there's a lot of room for improvement with the client. So
But there's one part that's perfect. When Defoe plays Gladiator, there's a pretend to think button.
oh yeah, no, I mean like that's actually one of the worst parts of the client in my opinion because like it's super inconsistent. There are other things that have that same quote unquote pretend to think dynamic that don't have that button. So like it's just arbitrarily Gladiator for no reason. It's just weird. Okay, so
I just found it funny, and I've only ran into it once, so that's probably why I don't share your sentiments.
no, you're fine. It's weird. Like you've heard, so I don't feel as strongly about the shortcomings of the client as say Adam does, but there it certainly has them. Okay, so all right.
So I wasn't around in the days before this client. I've heard there was like a Dominion client before this one. Would you mind enlightening me on what that was and why it's so mimetic?
Well, there have been several Dominion clients before this one. This one, let's see, the previous one was what I like about this one is it's in a so I was around for the previous one and this one and then I wasn't around for the one before that. This one is in a browser which I really like, whereas the other one had a client you had to host on your machine, which I did not like. Let's see, so 1, 2, 4. I should probably just play all of these, right? Yeah. I don't really care if you get the farmer's market points. I do want the money though. Okay.
Farmers Market. Oh, I was misreading Farmers Market. I thought you only got the money when you got the points. Oh, that's way better.
You always get some money to buys, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna get to set something aside for next turn.
There's the moral of the story, folks. Read the cards.
Yeah.
Let's see. You've got 3 coin of treasure, 2 of cargo ship. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So how did you get 9 other coin? That's an odd number, and your only other... Oh, Farmer's Market. My mistake. Sorry.
Fine. So... Let's take a Groundskeeper and set a city quarter aside. Pay off 4 debt.
Hooray.
Ooh, I've got a city quarter and a bazillion actions. Hooray. That's all my actions played. It is... Oh, I can wild hunt. I can take the points at an estate, immediately draw the estate, and priest it!
You probably wanted to play the Groundskeeper first. If you had the Groundskeeper in hand. It doesn't really matter that much, but it's just a point.
Now, do I want... Alright, Now, I already trashed my estate. Do I want to trash the silver? Is silver junk to my deck right now?
Definitely not. But you could...
Oh, that was fast.
I mean, that doesn't mean don't trash it, but, like, it just means... Oh, like, trash it instead of an estate? Definitely not.
No, not instead of an estate. I mean, I can trash an extra thanks to sewers. I already trashed an estate to the mandatory priest trashing.
No, like, you're overdrawing so much. The silver is only good for you. Like,
good point. I'll keep that in mind.
I mean, like, if a dud would lose you the game, then I'd say think about it, but a dud is not going to lose you the game.
There's the rule. Let's see, if I sculpted in an experiment, I'd gain 1, the other would go to the discard, because the second, why am I even thinking about that? Alright, I've gotta gain something good. Maybe I should take another farmer's market. You're probably gonna play a few, I'll be able to get coin off this one. That could be smart. My deck can probably eat a second cargo ship. I've got, let's see, 4 villages and 1, 2, 3, 4... Oh, wait, I've got 5 terminals. Never mind, that won't work. I should probably take a mountain village and then... I'm sorry about the analysis paralysis again, but I've got enough draw. I can probably eat another silver, and that villager's going to make my deck that slightest bit more consistent, so I'll take that. And now on my 12 coin turn. 2 buys. Now for some more analysis paralysis with the Lackey on the right. Okay. I've got lots of good stuff I could do. I should probably take, since I'm drawing my deck now, I'm gonna want more money to go with the money. So I could take a gold, and I'd like more groundskeepers because they're not gonna hurt the deck, and of course I want them as much as possible.
You baby Jesus.
Who's that in the background?
My girlfriend's playing Octopath Traveler up in the background. Let's see.
That villager token was a good move because I just drew Wild Hunt and 4 treasures. I feel like today's Shuffle Lock is out to get me.
I'm gonna play.
But I feel like that every time, and that can't possibly be the case because no one's that unlucky. So I feel maybe I'm playing poorly, but I've got too many villages not too many. I've got the perfect amount of villages as it is. So yeah, maybe I should be trashing my silvers now because when I draw them instead of my actions to get my deck going, it hurts. Like in this hand. So yeah, I'll start trashing my silvers now.
It certainly does hurt to do that.
I know you think it hurts, but if you could see my hand, you would agree that trashing the silvers is the right move.
Possibly. I mean, you could always draw a handful of stop cards when you have the stop cards, but that doesn't necessarily. I mean, like taking the results-oriented approach, like it didn't work out, so therefore it was bad, is a lot of the time because like I'm behind you right now, strictly because you have more silver than I do. Like that's the main reason that I think that you're ahead is that you're hitting bigger price points easier because you have the econ to do it. Like we're both drawing our decks, but you're getting more out of your turns when you do it. So I'm thinking I need Mountain Village Wild Hunt maybe, Mountain Village Groundskeeper. The extra gain for the priest food is going to be nice.
Absolutely. I'm using Wild Hunt for that, but, whatever.
I'm going to go Mountain Village Wild Hunt. Yeah, I think I should have gotten a Wild Hunt over this first Groundskeeper. Yeah, let's do that. I need more Econ in the deck, but I'm looking at the Wild Hunt as Econ in this case because it's a silver I don't have to trash with my priest. So, we'll see. Oh, you have a villager and you had terminal draw, so your turn is probably fine.
Yeah, but I only got 1+ cards card, and it's my Groundskeeper. So I don't know if I want to play the action. Actually, I totally do. What kind of question is that? I'll do that, and of course, there's my turn to shut down. Hooray! Because didn't trash enough silver, so I'm gonna start. Sorry.
Oh no, I was just asking what was going on.
I got ruined. All I was able to do was Wild Hunt, played my only villager token to Groundskeeper, and now I've got 3 terminals: Cargo Ship, Priest, and Sculptor, and a bunch of treasure.
Sculptor's not a terminal, because you can play it to gain a treasure, and then...
Of course, but gaining more silver would only make the problem my deck is facing worse.
Well, it makes the problem that you have to adjust to worse, but, like, there's no shortage of deck control on this board. Like, you could, play the Sculptor and the Cargo Ship and then set aside a City Quarter for next turn, and then you've got the extra City Quarter in the deck. You have another $2 for the turn. The silver is good when you draw it, so I advocate taking it.
Good point.
Oh crud, I misclicked. Sorry. Thank you. Alright, there we go. That's a better hand. So, what do you think of my episodes? What do you think I can do better when I make them?
What could you do better when you're making your episodes?
Yes, I'm very new, and you're not very new, so you can help me. Thank you.
Well, I wouldn't go so far as to say that I'm any kind of expert. as far as making Dominion content goes. What I do for mine is I actually record. I don't talk at all when I'm making the videos. I actually dub over commentary after the fact, just because um, it is a little easier for me to do it that way. Just because I have trouble talking and playing at the same time. But so you might consider doing that. But I can see you put a lot of editing work into your videos, so like that might
Thank
kind of
you.
do the same thing. I don't actually know much about video editing at all, so I can't give you much feedback in that respect. In
Fair.
general, I'd say just keep on doing the content, and a lot of the commentary will fall into place as you go, and it just
Great.
gets easier with more practice.
Thank you.
Okay, so what am I doing?
Sorry to keep derailing the game, but I prefer to do it live because that way, when I make a mistake, I don't know it's a mistake at the time. So then I get that dawning realization on footage, which I find funny and entertaining.
Oh yeah, no, there's a lot of merit to doing it live as well. This is the first live video I've done in a while, actually. So, let's see.
Nice.
I could do. What could I take here? I need more draw in the deck, so we're probably gonna put a Wild Hunt aside with our cargo ship. And then we are going to, actually, let me undo that real quick.
Alright. I've always wondered, what is Wild Hunts? Like, most cards I know, a Sculptor's a Sculptor, a Mountebank's a Mountebank.
It's a reference to this ancient Nordic myth, which
Huh?
you may have researched if you have played The Witcher. But the
Huh?
Wild Hunt, I took a copper there for priest food. The Wild Hunt is it's like this Slavic body of ethereal hunters who it's a little ambiguous as to what they actually are, but like they run around
Sorry, I
and
missed like.
uh, they I don't know exactly what they do, but they ride and I don't know, collect souls or something. It's kind of weird.
Huh?
But anyway, you can Google what the Wild Hunt is.
Thanks for that.
They're an old Norse entity.
Alright, so I've got lots of actions. I've got lots of good stuff to do. I'm gonna trash the silver because 6 stop cards. I mean 8. I mean, yeah, 7. 8, because Sculptor is pretty much a stop card. Is a tad much in this deck. So I'm just gonna trash one, but then I'll gain a few more later when I can drawing my whole deck. So I think I've got lots and lots of money. I need to double down on keeping the whole deck drawn. So I'll take the last mountain village and play it for the heck of it. And then I will take a. Let's see, Farmer's Market would be good for more coin, but it'd be more stop card. So this is a tough decision. Farmer's Market or Experiment?
Well, if you're playing the
Or what do
farmers
you
market,
recommend?
if you're playing the farmers market this turn, you're getting points out of it, but you are getting
Correct.
coin from the priests, so because you'll trash it. So let's see, that would be 4 points and 2 money.
Hey, that's pretty good. I forgot about the priest coin. Thanks.
But you also are losing it. Okay, yeah. I mean, you won't have the coin for future turns, but you do get the points now, so that's
All right, 15 coin and 2 buys. Hooray! So there is. I really want to keep drawing the deck. I've got lots and lots of actions. I think I'm gonna take. I've got 2 buys, so I can take a City Quarter and a Wild Hunt. So that's pretty good. Totally paying off all the debt. And I've got. I'll Sculptor a Farmer's Market or 2, so I'll have plus buy to be able to go through everything. And I think I'm pretty much set. My deck is set. I'll be drawing it all. I've got lots of money in it thanks to that gold. I'm 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 gonna actually have a small shot this game, especially with my Farmer's Market point steals all the time. Sorry for the monologue, but it's my specialty. Are you still there?
yeah. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure I don't misplay this turn.
Oh, good idea. Good idea. I'll probably cut out this dead time in post.
No, you're good. Let's see. So what I would like
I
to
just
do here is probably cards, and then points. This is probably going to end on piles before I get to make that pay off. Okay.
I can see mountain villages and city quarters running out, but what do you think the third pile is going to be? Oh, the estates. They always get me.
So, sculptor, gain farmer, possibly farmers markets, depends how it goes.
Yeah, I can see us sculpting the occasional farmer's market, but you're right, estates are going to run out even faster. Wow, that's a lot of coin. Congrats.
Thank you. And I think quad groundskeeper is probably what I take. Oh man, that's risky though. Let's go groundskeeper, and then we'll set a wild hunt aside with our cargo ship.
Alright, let's draw the whole deck again. Uh-oh, I might not actually draw the whole deck. Come on, gotta get to my city quarters. I've got 3 of them. There we go. Yeah, I'm drawing the deck. Boom. Okay, so I shall be very smart about this. I shall... I've got my groundskeepers out so I can wild hunt to gain some estates and to get victory points from that, from the groundskeepers. I can draw them, and I can get rid of both of them with priest, so that's pretty good. Well, I mean, one is being gotten rid of with sewers, but I'm using priest to get rid of both of them. Then I can cargo ship and sculpt up a nice farmer's market, which, no, I'm not going to set that aside. I'm just going to farmer's market, get me some money. Should I do another farmer's market to steal more victory points? I think that could be smart. I've got lots of money to do this turn anyways. What do you... I should stop asking you what you recommend. I want to just play myself and do good. So, yeah, I'll take another farmer's market, but I should probably buy some more cards to draw through all these cards, like a city quarter. And I'll trash a silver. It's worth those 2 coin to be able to get through the deck consistently. Alright, there's my coin. As I said before, I need to be able to get through the deck consistently, so I'll take a nice wild hunt, which I shall... Should I set aside a wild hunt or a city quarter? That's a tough one. But a city quarter is probably going to be safer. So, I'll do a wild hunt, city quarter... Oh, crud, I accidentally hit done reacting. I thought I was hitting the death button. Whoops.
You're fine.
Thank you. I shall set that aside, pay the debt, and perhaps a province purchase would perform perpetually perfectly. Maybe, or maybe not. Regardless, the piles are running out fast. I think 6 victory points is not a bad buy. Your turn.
So, part of me wants to empty groundskeepers this turn, but that's suicide. That's pile suicide. So,
True.
So in my episodes, I'll occasionally do some sort of cut to some sort of joke or animation. What do you think of those? Do you think they're worth doing? They take a lot of time, but I think they're pretty funny. What do you think?
So a lot of that is going to come down to what's going to help you as a content creator stay sustainable. So if you enjoy doing that, if it's helping you make content that you are going to want to keep making, then I'd say keep doing it.
I've got a 26 victory point lead. Even with 5 groundskeepers, that's a tall order. Oh, wait, maybe not.
I think I might be able to pull it off, actually.
Oh, that province I bought, I drew it as soon as I bought it. Ooh, sculpting estates. Oh, wait, are you sculpting estates or are you gaining them? Yeah, you're sculpting estates. That's pretty good for the groundskeeper victory points. But if I can empty the piles next turn, that could be game.
Yeah, but I'm trying to empty them this turn.
Oh, you are? You're trying to win and empty them? I guess that province was a good buy. Oh, no.
Okay.
I didn't expect that. Behold the power of the groundskeeper.
6.
She will definitely be in my next analysis video.
So how many points do I need to win? I need 11. And I can go Yeah, I can win from here. Oh, can I? Yes. Yep.
Good game.
GG.
I don't really want to call out a comeback because your deck was better than me by the end a lot.
By
But
the
that
end,
was
but
the,
not in the middle.
that was surprising to me. I felt pretty ahead during that game. Well played.
Thank you. I thought you were ahead too. But I think that so definitely I would not attribute. I mean, so like the reason that you had a dud was because you had the silvers, but like I wouldn't say that I wouldn't go so far as to say it was a mistake to have them or it was right to like trash them out of the deck just because like you like they were also the reason that you had that lead that you had just because you were hitting those price points. And I certainly made plenty of mistakes of my own. Don't get me wrong. I did not. I
Happy you
had a
made
few
less and you
turns that
won.
were.
So
I wouldn't say I made fewer mistakes. I think that the mistakes I made, I was able to come back from just because I got a little luckier afterward. Like I had some pretty good shuffle luck near the end there.
true, but well, we shouldn't attribute too much to luck. I mean, Dominion with the right cards is not very luck based of a game.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, so it's high luck, high skill as far as games go. Like the Richard Garfield did this analysis of like you create these 4 boxes: high luck, high skill, low luck, low skill, and something that's like low luck and low skill is like tic tac toe. Like there's no luck in that game, and there's not really any skill either. Low luck or low skill, high luck is like bingo. There's no decisions you make whatsoever. Dominion is kind of sitting next to poker, which is high luck, high skill. Like there's a lot, yeah, there's a lot of variance in Dominion, but it is you also see the same people at the top of the leaderboard consistently across all clients and winning tournaments and things like that. So and whenever you'll notice if you make an alt account on this client, within a few days you'll get back to the normal rating of your main account, just because if you just play enough, because the client is pretty good at evaluating and placing you. But
Nice.
But yeah, actually, we did a whole episode of the podcast on the role of luck in Dominion, what it does do, what it doesn't do, how you should look at it as a player, and I recommend it. But
I should listen to that. You're right.
So what's the next one is what?
Adventures.
Nice. All right.
Are you up for another game? I know I've kept you up pretty late.
Do one more, and then.
I'm sorry, you just cut out. Could you repeat that?
No, yeah, I can do one more.
Fantastic.